Welcome to NFL, where the NFL starts and ends. Game recap and preview of Week 9. To finish off, we must talk about the Monday night game at the end of Week 7 between the Bears and the Patriots, where the Bears did in fact beat the Patriots 33-16 in a game where Justin Fields looked like an actual NFL quarterback. They had him have some designed runs, throw on the run, use the ground game, which the Patriots are not very good at defending, and you won. This was a great win. It was all done by the coaching staff, the offensive coordinator, and Justin Fields himself. I'm not saying Belichick got out coached. He did not. But to put Bailey Zappi in after Mac Jones throws an interception and roll with two quarterbacks, the saying in the NFL is, if you have two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. The Patriots found that out the hard way. Now into Week 8, the Ravens beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-22. And let's be honest, does Tampa have a defense? That's the question we should be asking. Does Tampa have a defense? It doesn't make any sense of how they play defense. They couldn't stop the run. They stopped them off for the most part, but they couldn't stop the run. They can't protect Tom Brady. Finally, Mike Evans was catching some deep passes, but it always looks like they're not on the same page all the time. I thought, and I picked Tampa to win this game, I thought Tampa was going to get on the right track. They were going to go against a depleted defense. The answer is no, they didn't get on track, and they looked terrible. The Cowboys beat the Bears 49-29 in a game that Ezekiel Elliott did not play. Tony Pollard had a great game, 14 rushes, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns, about 9.4 yards per carry. And the question came up, is Tony Pollard better than Zeke? Should Tony Pollard be the number one back? To which I say, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What Pollard did was great against the worst rushing defense in the NFL. And I want to bring you back to the game against Philadelphia, a game that I've tried to purge my mind from. I've tried to erase that game from my mind as much as possible. Tony Pollard couldn't do anything in that game. He physically couldn't do anything. He tried. He did some things, but he did not to his level of expectation. The Cowboys put Zeke in there, and the Eagles could not stop Ezekiel Elliott. So where I come back to is this, and I call Elliott and Pollard thunder and lightning. Elliott delivers the power, you need 3 yards, I can get you 6 yards. Because I'll keep my legs turning and we'll keep on running. And Montgomery's the same way for the Bears. The same exact way. Pollard, he is the lightning. He's going to hit you and he's just going to go. And it's uncanny, that guy's speed. But you need Zeke and Pollard to do that. Because if you face a better team against the run, you're not going to win. I'm sorry, that's just not the way it works. The Eagles beat the Steelers 35-13 in a game that the Eagles did not look too good in. But to start, and then they got it going after a while. The Steelers kind of held up with them for about the first half, and then it was an onslaught. A.J. Brown had 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts looks really good. I'm just wondering, when they go against a team, how are they going to respond if they can't run the football very well? I thought this game would have been it. Turns out it wasn't. But I'm very pleased with how A.J. Brown looked in this game. The Bills beat the Packers 27-17 In a game where the Packers started just running the football and it looked really good, I think the reason why Aaron Rodgers is so mad at this offense, the Packers, one thing that they do really good at on offense, when the play is done and they've finished their routes, if Rodgers can't get them the ball, they go and scramble drill. They just run around. Find an opening and I'll find you. That's what they do. And they haven't done that. Allen Lazard didn't play against the Bills. Cobb is out with an injury. Watkins was there. That was the good thing. But you have a lot of young guys. And an offensive line that has a hard time protecting you. I could see in the future this Packers offense just has to rely on the run and see what happens. You got Aaron Jones, who's an unbelievable running back. You got A.J. Dillon, who is a bowling ball over here. He just fits his way. I call, when I talk about Ezekiel Elliott, I call him, he's a battering man. You just put him in and see what he's going to do. You just give him a little bang and here we go. It's the same thing with A.J. Dillon. Just a little push and go. He's a bowling ball. It's like, what do you expect is going to happen? He's going to get positive yardage. That's just the way it is. And finally, the 49ers beat the Rams 31-14 in a game where we talked about Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers have the Rams' number. Not in the playoffs, but they have their number. The 49ers played good to great football in a lot of these games. This game, they played really well. And I'm very concerned about the Rams. They haven't looked good. It questions on, I understand the offensive line is terrible, but they're too pass heavy. You're going to try and trade Cam Akers. Like, there's a lot, I think. You need a wide receiver. You need something, because Cooper Kupp is all you have. And Cooper Kupp does, in fact, have an ankle injury. He could miss some time, and that would be dangerous. So, with saying that, our regular season record is 22-21. We're finally over 500. Congrats, but we're not done. Only in week 9. Our first game we have is on Sunday, Packers vs. Lions. Lions are getting 3.5 points. I'm taking the Packers only because the Lions defense isn't very good. I know the Packers defense isn't very good, but I have more trust in Aaron Rodgers than I have in Jared Goff at this point. I'm taking the Packers 24-14. Next up, Seahawks vs. Cardinals. Cardinals are actually favored in this game, 2.5 points to be exact. I'm taking the Seahawks. I know it's a rivalry game. I know it's in Arizona. Seahawks have won 3 in a row. I know DeAndre Hopkins is back. There's a question if Tariq Woolen if Neal, their safety, will play, but I'm going to take the Seahawks. I just have more faith in them than I do in the Cardinals right now. Seahawks win 31-24. Next up, Colts vs. Patriots. Patriots are favored by 6. Sam Ellinger, you're going to learn something in this game. When you go against Bill Belichick, it's the hardest thing to do. The Patriots are going to win this game. They're going to cover. And they're going to probably beat the Colts to a pulp. Patriots win 28-21 in a game where Belichick had surpassed, when he beat the Jets, he surpassed George Halas for second most in wins in a career as a head coach. Next up, Rams vs. Bucks. Bucks are favored by 2.5. I'm taking the Bucks. Very quick game. I don't see the Rams doing anything. Score is 28-24. Next up, Chiefs vs. Titans. Taking the Chiefs. Don't trust the Titans. 28-14.